It's a common notion to think that elected officials would try and use their position to steal our money. And while none of us can actually prove it, it's something that people across the globe have felt for generations. Because you and I are painfully aware that these people, they lie to our faces. But it's another thing to actually be provided evidence that it's actually happening, especially when the person who's supposedly stealing from us is this impassioned.
People are calling me and telling me, don't say anything, stay in your lane, be quiet, sit down, you will lose your seat, they won't vote for you, fight, don't fight. What the do I have to do in this council in order to get respect as a black woman? And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not afraid of losing the votes. I'm not afraid of the seat. I'm not afraid of anybody here.
Basically, what we have here is an elected official pretending her motives were purely civic-minded. In fact, we believe she was unlawfully conspiring to enrich herself. This city councilor is accused of stealing thousands of dollars from the city through not just creative, but criminal accounting. Why and how did she do it? We believe she was facing personal financial difficulty when she decided to steal money for herself in the form of a supposed bonus she had doled out to a staff member. Well, in this Commonwealth and in this country, our elected officials work for us, not the other way around. Using public office for personal gain is a crime, plain and simple. The behavior we allege in today's indictment is a slap in the face to the hardworking taxpayers in the city of Boston who have every right to expect that the city's coffers are in good and honest hands. Nobody is picking on Tanya Fernandez-Anderson and her inner circle. We believe this is a situation of her own making. We must hold public officials to high ethical standards, and we will hold them to obeying federal law.
It's like there's a disconnect here, right? How can someone who shows so much passion for her office be a thief? Now, granted, she sounded a lot like Fannie Willis, who keeps on about race and how it affects their duty, right?
Recently, they tell me they don't like me to talk about race. Well, I'm going to talk about it anyway. Truth is, it's some challenges that come to being black. And I see so much greatness in this city that has so many great African-American leaders. And I appreciate all of the sacrifice that you all have had to make to be in these positions. So, Chief Meadows, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for having the intelligence to create an event like this where we recognize that you've had to go through a little more to serve.
But just like most Democrats, this was mostly a projection. So whatever it is they say others are doing wrong is the exact thing that they are doing. I mean, we could just look at President Biden and the alleged singling out of Hunter Biden by the DOJ. We all know that this is exactly what his Justice Department did to President-elect Donald Trump. But watch how this elected official convinces the people that she's working for them, that she's not like any of these other politicians.
When I make a mistake, I will be clear. I don't hate you as a white woman. I don't hate you as a white man. I am sick and tired of this body so stupidly racially divided, so afraid, so depraved. People with no faith because they are afraid of they're losing their investment. They're afraid of bargaining. They're afraid of leveraging. These people have, oh my God, I can't even call you cowards because desperation deserves mercy. Here's a redistricting. Fine, we give it to a white woman. Can we all get along? Can we get together? Can we love each other now? Can we make sure that black and brown babies don't die? Can we make sure that cops don't kill before people are proven innocent? Can we do that? No, 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 because this body crucifies you first because of allegations. This is not a court. You don't get to crucify people before they're proven guilty. They're innocent until proven guilty. Now, after this, I will look forward to working with you because I have stamina. I believe, as Baldwin said, what you do, not what you say. Your votes here sometimes are racist. You move sometimes in a way that hurts my people. And then when I get up to stand up and talk, all she talks about is black stuff.
As you should.
I am here to represent every single black woman and man that suffers in the community. God has my back. I am not afraid to not have political aside or any type type of affiliations or connections. I came here, I fear none, no man but my Lord. I came here to serve people.
Well, she definitely served somebody, herself, because that was all an act if the allegations against her are true. She was recently indicted on public corruption charges. That doesn't sound like it would serve the people, right? It turns out that this woke city councilor was using a kickback scheme to get thousands of dollars from a staff employee in exchange for a big bonus. Now again, why does Fani Willis come to mind here? Anyway, the staffer allegedly handed Anderson $7,000 in the city hall bathroom. To be clear, Boston city councilors are provided a budget of several $100,000. This is used to pay salaries and bonuses of staff, among other things. Last year, she was found violating the conflict of interest law. She hired 2 family members at City Hall and pumped their salaries. Now again, I just can't help but think of Fani Willis and lover boy Nathan Wade. And so now Anderson was fined $5,000 for nepotism. But it doesn't end there. She gave one of those family members $13,000 as a bonus, with the idea that she would get a portion of it back. Now, I'm not sure why they couldn't have handed that money to each other in a different place other than a city hall bathroom, but that's what they did. So she goes out and shouts at other people for being allegedly corrupt. But in reality, she's the one who's stealing from taxpayers. And note, this is her second term. Some hope it's the last.
The city has to continue doing our business.
Boston Mayor Michelle Wu speaking publicly for the first time about the arrest of Boston City Councilor Tanya Fernandez Anderson. The mayor says while there is still a legal process that has to play out, she believes the city councilor should resign.
The charges are serious enough that I believe it is of the nature that is going to undermine the ability for the public to trust and have effective representation in this case. So I think I've made my views clear on that.
Anderson left federal court without saying a word after she was arrested for allegations of stealing taxpayer money.
Now, Anderson did terminate those 2 family members, but only after they were found out. Now, the mayor is asking for her to resign from her position, to step aside. Many of her constituents are asking the same thing, because besides that, they're asking if she's stepping inside of a jail for her actions, because she belongs to a committee that's focused on accountability and transparency, yet she's the one who's thinking of schemes to try and steal money from the people. This is the stuff you just can't make up, guys. So what are your thoughts on this? Now, speaking of corruption, President-elect Trump is set and ready to clean house come January. Now, I covered this in a previous video where he's preparing the perfect set of people to get this country back on track. Make sure you guys check that one out. As always, appreciate you guys hitting the like button and subscribing. Check out this video coming up here next or our playlist down below, and we'll see you guys next time.